You drop $35, $40, maybe $50,000 on a brand new SUV. You tell yourself you bought peace of mind. 18 months later, you're standing in a service bay, explaining why your dashboard lights up like a switchboard. Meanwhile, your neighbor bought practically the same money 5 years ago, and the only thing he's ever paid for is oil changes. That gap is not random. It's measurable. Today we're ranking 13 major car brands worst to best for reliability in 2026, using real numbers from Consumer Reports, J.D. Power, and actual paid-out repair cost data, not brand loyalty, not vibes. And I'll tell you right now, one placement on this list is the one almost every other version of this video gets wrong. Stick around, because it's not where you think. Let's start at the bottom. Number 13. Land Rover. Land Rover sells image first, rugged, capable, go-anywhere luxury. And on paper, that image works. The problem shows up the moment you own one. J.D. Power's vehicle dependability study puts Land Rover at roughly 270 problems per 100 vehicles, against an industry average of 190. That's not a small gap. That's a different category. It gets worse when you check real-world claims data instead of surveys. UK extended warranty firm Warrantywise, using actual paid-out repairs, not opinions, scored the Land Rover Range Rover dead last among all models they track, a 20 out of 100 on their reliability index, with an average repair bill of around £1,600. Two completely different data sources on two different continents, landing in the exact same place. Air suspension failures, electrical gremlins, infotainment systems that freeze for no reason. None of it is rare. That's the whole brand. Number 12. Jaguar. Jaguar used to mean something. Long hoods, sweeping lines, British elegance that didn't try to be a German sedan. Today, the brand is shrinking in real time. Jaguar has already pulled almost its entire US lineup. The XE, the XF, the F-Type, the I-Pace, and the E-Pace are all gone or going. The F-Pace was basically the last one standing until December 19th, 2025. When the final F-Pace rolled off the Solihull production line, marking the end of Jaguar's internal combustion engine era entirely. And the numbers explain why nobody's defending it. RepairPal puts Jaguar's average annual repair cost at $1,123 against a national average of $652. That's not a luxury tax, that's almost double. Electrical gremlins, sensor failures, phantom warning lights. The complaints repeat across every model year. A brand can survive being expensive. It's much harder to survive being expensive and unreliable at the same time. Number 11. Maserati. The Trident badge, the exhaust note. The Italian styling Maserati sells excitement, and on a test drive, it delivers. The ownership experience is where it falls apart. Real repair estimates on these cars run from $1,500 to over $5,000 per incident. And that's not a worst-case number. That's a typical one once you're a few years past warranty. Infotainment freezes, failing sensors, and engine issues inside the first few years of ownership. This isn't a rare horror story. These are common feedback points that tarnish the ownership journey, making people question whether the thrill of owning a Maserati outweighs the frequent trips to the service center. You're not paying for luxury. You're paying for the right to be surprised by the bill. Number 10. Jeep. Jeep's image is built on the Wrangler crawling over rocks that would stop anything else, but strip the marketing away, and the data is brutal. J.D. Power's most recent vehicle dependability study put Jeep roughly 73 points worse than the industry average, scoring 275 problems per 100 vehicles against an industry average of 202, where a lower score means higher quality. Consumer Reports went further. Out of 32 brands they tracked, Jeep landed dead last, scoring a 33 out of 100. Noisy cabins, rough rides, electronics that throw warning lights for no reason. These complaints show up across the lineup. Not just one bad model year. The Wrangler still has a cult following, and that loyalty is real. But loyalty isn't the same as reliability, and the data has Jeep at the very bottom of it. Number 9. Nissan. Nissan used to be the brand you bought because Toyota and Honda were sold out. Bulletproof engines, simple mechanicals, a reputation that took decades to build, and a CVT strategy that took less than 10 years to wreck it. Early Nissan CVTs developed a reputation for overheating, slipping, and failing well before they should. Nissan has updated the design since, including issuing software updates and extended warranty programs. But the damage to trust was already done. According to Consumer Reports, Nissan's overall scores can suffer because of up and down reliability and average to below average owner satisfaction. That's not a reliability number, that's a trust number, and it might be worse. Number 8. Kia. Here's where this gets interesting. Between 2011 and 2021, Kia had hundreds of thousands of vehicles, and in combination with Hyundai, more than 3 million vehicles total recalled by federal regulators over engine fire risk. Optimus, Sorrentos, Sportages, all affected. That's the kind of number that follows a brand around for a decade. But here's the part almost nobody explains. Kia and Hyundai share most of their mechanical platforms. Same engines, same underpinnings, different sheet metal, and yet despite the recall history, Kia actually tends to land above Hyundai in nearly every major reliability ranking, including surveys from J.D. Power, where Kia has placed as high as first in the mass market segment. Why the gap? Partly timing. Kia's worst recalls hit specific years slightly later than Hyundai's. with Hyundai recalling Sonatas for the Theta 2 engine in 2015 and Kia following with its Optimas, Sorrentos, and Sportages in 2017. Partly reputation. Once a brand takes a recall hit like that, the public perception doesn't bounce back as fast as the actual hardware does. Same bones, different scar tissue. Hey, real quick, if this is useful so far, hit that like button. It actually helps a lot. Back to the list. Number 7. Volkswagen. Volkswagen sells the idea of German engineering at a normal car price. The GTI and the Golf back that up. They're genuinely fun to drive. The ownership data tells a different story. This is still the brand behind Dieselgate, a scandal with a price tag north of $33 billion. And the hits to reliability didn't stop when the emission story ended. One Jetta owner summed it up in a comment thread better than any survey could. Bought an economy car, paying luxury brand repair bills. DSG transmission quirks, electrical gremlins, timing chain tensioners that love to fail right after the warranty runs out. The pattern repeats often enough that it's not bad luck anymore. Number 6. Ford. Ford is genuinely two different brands depending on what you're driving. The F-Series has been America's best-selling vehicle for over 44 years, and the traditional V8 versions, particularly the 5-liter Coyote, back up that loyalty. These trucks rack up high mileage with manageable repair bills. The Coyote regularly reaches 250,000 to 300,000 miles with proper maintenance, and the average annual repair cost for an F-150 sits at $788 below the full-size truck segment average of $936. That's the good half. The other half is the EcoBoost turbo lineup and the 10-speed automatic transmission, which has a documented history of harsh and erratic shifting, unintended lunging, hesitation, clunking, and sudden loss of power, with owners of F-150, Ranger, Mustang, Expedition, Navigator, and other models reporting these issues, even after software updates and repairs. Ford introduced its 10-speed for the 2017 model year, and despite multiple technical service bulletins and recalls aimed at harsh or delayed shifting, problems persist for many owners. Add in the older Focus and Fiesta dual-clutch transmission complaints that still haunt the brand's reputation. Ford ultimately settled a lawsuit involving nearly 1.5 million cars sold with its PowerShift dual-clutch transmission, with internal reports later uncovered by the Detroit Free Press indicating the company knew the transmission had issues prior to launch. And you get a company that builds some of the most dependable trucks in America and some of the most inconsistent cars right next to them. Number 5. BMW. BMW has actually gotten better. Cooling system failures and oil leaks still show up as the most common long-term issues, but compared to a decade ago, the newer platforms are noticeably more dependable. So why is BMW only at number 5 and not higher? Because reliability and cost of ownership are not the same thing, and BMW is the clearest proof of that on this entire list. CarEdge ran the actual numbers. A 10-year, 100,000-mile extended warranty on a BMW X5, a vehicle that shows up on Consumer Reports' own top picks list, priced out at $4,772 wholesale. The same exact warranty term on a Toyota 4Runner, $990. That's not a typo. That's roughly 5 times the cost to insure against repairs on a car that's supposedly one of the more reliable ones in its class. And Audi and Mercedes aren't far behind BMW in that same trap. Reliable on the spec sheet, expensive every time something actually breaks. Number 4. Honda. Here's the first real plot twist on this list. Ask anyone which brand is the most reliable car on earth, and most people say Toyota, without thinking twice. But real-world claims data, not survey opinions. Actual paid-out repair claims, tracked by Warrantywise in the UK, once crowned a different winner. The Honda Jazz topped the Warrantywise Reliability Index with an impressive score of 93.7 out of 100, with an average repair cost of just £424, cementing Honda's position as the most reliable car make at the time. In the most recent 2026 Warrantywise Reliability Index, however, Toyota Yaris has reclaimed the top spot with a score of 89.2 out of 100, with the Toyota Aygo, Toyota RAV4, and Toyota Hilux also placing in the top 6. Civic and Accord engines built a reputation for running past 200,000 miles with nothing but maintenance, and that reputation is earned, not inherited. Honda's newer 1.5-liter turbo engines introduced oil dilution complaints in cold climates, affecting hundreds of thousands of CR-Vs and Civics, and Honda issued software updates involving engine and transmission changes to allow the engine to warm up quicker, reducing the possibility of unburned fuel collecting in the engine oil. Despite the update, there remains some risk of oil dilution in cold climates for 2022 and newer models, though at much lower rates than before. That still contrasts sharply with Nissan, where CVT transmission problems, including overheating, shorter lifespans, and persistent shuddering, have been documented since at least 2009 and continued across multiple generations, resulting in class action settlements, with Nissan agreeing to pay over $277 million to resolve defective CVT claims. Number 3. Mazda. If you've watched any other version of this video recently, there's a decent chance it had Mazda ranked below BMW, below Mercedes, sometimes below Audi. And if that felt wrong to you, your instinct was correct. because the actual data doesn't support that placement, and it's the single biggest credibility problem in this entire content category right now. RepairPal's average annual repair cost for Mazda is $462, well below the $652 national average, and far below anything German on this list. Mazda's Sky Active engine platform deliberately avoided the small turbo, CVT-heavy approach most competitors chased, which means fewer high-stress components and fewer long-term failure points. And owners back this up with documented mileage figures, daily drivers reporting 300,000, even 650,000 kilometers on the original engine, with nothing but scheduled maintenance. Mazda doesn't get a passing mention here. It gets put exactly where the data says it belongs, ahead of every German luxury brand on this list, and within a few points of Honda. Let that sink in. Number 2. Subaru. Most people assume Toyota has owned the top reliability spot forever. Uncontested, it hasn't. In Consumer Reports' 2024 annual brand reliability rankings, Subaru actually beat Toyota outright for the #1 spot. Not close to beat it. In the 2025 rankings, however, Toyota reclaimed that position, pushing Subaru to a still strong second place. Standard all-wheel drive on nearly the entire lineup, the sole exception being the rear-wheel drive BRZ sports car, a conservative engineering philosophy that avoids chasing flashy redesigns, and a fanbase that borders on cult-like for the Outback and Forester. The brand's only real historical scar head gasket issues on non-turbo 2.5-liter boxer engines, spanning the late 1990s through the early 2010s, has been addressed for years now in current models. Subaru took the brand most people use as the punchline for appliance car and quietly built one of the most dependable lineups in the industry, while nobody was watching. Number 1. Toyota. Predictable? Maybe. Wrong? No. Toyota didn't get to the top of nearly every list in this category by accident. And even Subaru's surprise overall win doesn't change what Toyota's individual models do, year after year. The Corolla, the Camry, the Tacoma, the 4Runner, these aren't just reliable. They're reliable at scale, across millions of units, across decades, low repair costs, parts available everywhere, mechanics nationwide who've worked on the same engines for 20 years. That combination is worth more than any single survey score. Toyota has had its own recalls and production hiccups. No brand is immune to that. But viewed over the long haul, nothing else on this list has matched that consistency. Before we wrap up, every other version of this list skips the same handful of brands, and the comments always call it out. So here are 6. Fast. Mitsubishi. UK claims data on the Outlander puts it at 81 out of 100. With a repair cost around £1,528. That's not the budget brand reliability risk it sometimes gets credited for, and the warranty coverage is genuinely strong on top of it. Volvo claims data puts it in the middle of the pack, not at the top. What car has it sliding from 12th to 21st place for reliability? Driven by V60 and V90 fault rates. Solidly mid-pack, not the safety-obsessed reliability king some assume. Suzuki consistently ranks near the top of UK reliability data, not mid-table. Models like the Swift and Vitara sit inside the top 10 most reliable used cars, scoring 77.5 to 78 out of 100. And it's still one of the cheapest brands on the list to actually fix, at around £720 average. GMC shares almost all of its engineering with Chevrolet. Same trucks, same strengths, same weak spots. If you trust the Silverado, you can trust the Sierra. Worth noting, this isn't UK claims data, though GMC isn't sold in the UK, so from here on, it's US ownership data. Lincoln. Ford's luxury arm tends to outperform base Ford in dependability studies. J.D. Power's latest figures actually have Lincoln posting fewer problems per 100 vehicles than Ford, but it's a smaller, lower volume brand, so there's less long-term data to lean on. Cadillac. The Blackwing performance lineup is genuinely excellent. Everything below that trim level is a mixed bag at best, landing mid-pack in Consumer Reports reliability rankings. So that's the brands, worst to best, backed by real numbers instead of guesswork, and one placement that finally matches the data, instead of just repeating what every other video says. Which one on this list surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments. I read every one of them. If this helped you make sense of the noise, hit subscribe. We're doing a deeper one on individual models next.